When it comes to choosing the perfect house in the Coachella Valley, you need to ask yourself, what kind of view do you crave? A mountain view, the 18th hole on a golf course, or maybe you're looking to make more of a splash? That's a big clue to what today's Palm Springs open house is all about. Here's Alexandra Miklaszova and Rob Grace.
Thank you so much, Brian. So good to be back. Today, we are going to show you how to find that perfect waterfront property in Coachella Valley. And I have a fantastic listing that you don't want to miss. Stay tuned. There's something tranquil about waterfront living, especially in the desert. Lucky for you, there are many communities in our area to choose from when you're considering that perfect waterfront property. My name is Alexandra Miklaszova, Realtor with Liasco Partners.
And I'm Rob Grace, VP of PR at Liasco Partners. And I'm so excited to be here with you to give the 5 tips for lakeside living.
That's right. Before you make that big decision, we have 5 tips for you to consider. And here they are. I'm excited to dive in. What is number 1? First of all, the number 1 tip that we want you to consider is what is the main reason or the purpose behind you purchasing a waterfront property?
It's so true. You know, I lived on a lake growing up and I actually used the lake. We had a boat and I swam and even fished once. But different communities offer different usages for the lake.
You have to decide, do you want to admire that view or you actually want to really engage in that waterfront lifestyle?
Alexandra, what's the second tip to consider when looking for a home in a lakeside community?
I think it has to be the consideration of how much money you're willing to pay for the HOA. Obviously, these extra amenities and extra events will cost you a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely. There can be actually 2 HOAs in some cases, right? A master and a second?
If the community provides a lot of activities for you to take advantage of, and there's a lot of social events and activities within that club, you will be ending up paying a little more than if you're just looking at a beautiful scenery and all you have is a gate maintenance fee.
Well, the third tip would be, do you want the home to generate income?
That's an excellent idea. A lot of people make investments here in the desert, and if you want a lakeside property to generate income, that's a special consideration you don't have to do.
So some neighborhoods will allow for vacation rental and some will not. That's the main topic in this area. And what is the 4th tip, Alexandra?
Rob, I think this is an obvious one, but you have to decide how much of an investment you are trying to make for this particular property, right? Cost can vary from the low 300s over $2 million when it comes to waterfront properties. So you really have to decide, is this your forever home? Is this your second home?
Yeah.
How much are you going to use it?
Well, the 5th and final tip I think is brilliant. Alexandra has composed a list of lakeside living communities here within the Coachella Valley that you can download.
That's right. So before you head out there and fall in love with one community, you get to read in the comfort of your own home and understand what communities offer such lifestyle.
Speaking of lakeside living, I understand you have a featured property today that's on lakefront.
That's right. Our today's featured listing is in Lake La Quinta in the city of La Quinta. Have you been there before?
I have. It's so beautiful.
It truly is. As soon as you go through the gates, you are welcomed with a beautiful fountain that puts you right into that tranquil mode of enjoying a waterfront property. You will also love all the upgrades in this 4-bedroom, 4-bath, 3,074 square feet lakefront home. Call me for all the details of this listing and to set up a private tour of this home.
Join us weekly as we go live on Thursdays to talk about what to see and do in the Coachella Valley.
Well, don't forget to download our guide and 5 tips of getting your perfect waterfront property in the desert.
Well, all right. You can contact Alexandra by calling her phone number, which is right there on the screen. You'll also want to visit her website at psopenhouse.com. A big thanks to Alexandra and Rob for appearing on today's show. We'll be right back.